In terms of my personal experience, I am from the southwest of Ireland, but we moved around a lot when I was a child. In fact, we lived in the Philippines for a few years in my teens, and so I kind of got to this point in my life where I went to university in Ireland, but I knew that the second I got my degree, I was gone, I was out of there. And Ireland's lovely, I just really wanted to leave. That's kind of contradictory sounding. And I worked in a company where my boss spoke immaculate English and nobody else in the company spoke any English. Although a couple of people kind of thought they did, which was wonderfully awkward. I had this boss that thought his English was good, and it gave me a crash course in etiquette and how to not insult people, which is really, really important in any kind of foreign culture. But it was magnificent because I got a chance to just work on my Chinese, and there's no way to improve a language better than to have no choice but to speak it, and to hear it, and to read it, and to see it, or sell that. And speaking as someone who kind of ended up in academia by accident, I found this out, that I'd be hard on myself all the time, and then kind of go talking to people who don't have any Chinese, and it's just mind-blowing for them, especially for a man who sounds and looks like me. To speak Chinese is a weird, weird thing. So, really give yourselves
the students in independent studies who have particular interests in pre-modern Chinese culture, because that was basically my scholarly concentration. After a few months, I wanted to study Chinese. My parents thought, "Oh, you can't do this, please. This is not a practical thing to do." But I was insistent. Yeah. And I had heard that in Taiwan they still had Taoists, living Taoists, and that one could find some luck. So I went there and studied Mandarin and began my chase of the Taoists. And people kept teasing me all the time. Like, well, you have to go to the city temple at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the night, then you might find some. I did all of these things because I was so eager to find the Taoists. I found some ghosts in the temple, but not the Taoists.
I have taught child psychology, I'm in the field of developmental psychology, concerned about children and adolescent development. So I've taught child development, human development. More about psychology, I think the child psychology would be a course to take. And if you're into the cultural issues, it doesn't have to be child psychology. How people interact with others and clinical aspect of
in this coming autumn quarter, right? Actually, in next quarter, next
you have to speak Chinese at all, so you can get away without speaking Chinese. I know Dr. Xu will
I'll beat you.
yeah, she'll hear me by saying that she believes that everyone should take Chinese psychology. I think it will really help you to have more insights of Chinese culture if you know some Chinese.
It's a huge question. Anyway, first our student who graduated the last. Okay, so before I answer the question, anybody else wants? Can you repeat your question again?
Yes, pretty much like, what is the Chinese, like, regarding, let's say, the future outlook? What
it can strategically to take advantage of its position in Chicago, which is a true world city. So I think that puts Chinese studies in a nice position to try and. So you guys are simplified characters here, right?
Yeah.
That's the transition.
Real life examples, they'll have traditional and they'll also have simplified as well. So I think we give good exposure to both.
The best thing that fire, then you're fine. I think then the transition, I mean, you're still not going to know every character, but you're learning.
it's like puzzles, right?
I know, I just know.
Okay, I have friends, who actually at least finish my degree. There are people who stayed on, and this is not always the case. Some of the people kind of got completely lost over there, and
find a lot of DePaul students go because they can drink all the time. And fortunately, I think if you go to mainland China and you're out on the streets drunk, you'll probably be thrown in jail. And I think that's a good thing, actually. I think there was a time when the foreign studies programs at DePaul were sort of
and I found it fascinating. And torture is past way through the 20th century for China was just fascinating. Everything that was out there they tried, right? Democracy, fascism. Political science department. My classes are related to international relations. Chinese politics is my main China course. I also teach a course, Asian Foreign Policy, 200-level course that fulfills the self-society modern world requirement. That one, it's called Asian Foreign Policy, but those of you who've taken it know it's actually China's rise in East Asia. I get enough companions to get in there to fulfill the requirements, but I was interested in what that meant for China's pollution challenge. And then, so that was what
I think you all are convinced that you need to go, and you need to go for a while. Of course, we have a lot of great short-term programs along with the longer-term programs, but just to kind of echo some of this. I partnered with Syracuse University, so they kind of have a branch campus, so to speak, at these two places, and I'm partnered with institutions in those cities. And so you would be taking either intro-level or more advanced. In Beijing, you can take more advanced language in Mandarin, and then have that coupled with electives in English in various kind of social science and humanities areas. In those fields, along with the Chinese language as well. Both of these two programs to Beijing and Hong Kong begin with a 2-week study tour to valuable parts of the program is that the pairings with the different Chinese students there is really, really unique, and it's hard to make those inroads sometimes, as you probably know. It's hard to make friends sometimes in different countries, but that's a really great part of that program. Foreign-owned firms and then joint ventures as well. So
News, pronounce the name, Schwarzman College? Yes. Wow, exciting, we'll see. Okay, future leaders. There are a lot of chances for you to support you to go to study work in China.
And I forgot to
Understand where you are until you leave where you are. And you'll understand the new place, I'm sure, but you'll also understand where you're from much better. Those of you who have gone abroad know what we're talking about. That was a compelling argument for me. And so at that point we had 3 options. We had I had that experience that the panelists have alluded to and that some of you have experienced as well. It changed my outlook on a lot of things in a profound way. While I was there, I even fell in love with Yu Xianxin. And then I went back a little bit later, and so that was probably 17 years ago. And since that time, I've gone back to China a lot, and I've studied it every single day that I've been here. I've spent over a year over there. If you're interested in business, and if you're looking to find opportunities or internships, I regret it, and it only gets harder to do as you get older. So part of what drove me to work on the project that I'm going to tell you a little bit about now was my experiences as a study abroad student. I know what it did for me, and I know what it can do for DePaul students. I learned a lot doing that. Has anybody done translation work before like that? I mean, sweat was pouring. I could have our president, that's in one of their computer labs. Really nice university, that's in one of their colleges. They had banners all over the place, and we walked around and met people. I wasn't interested unless I could have our president meet their president. I didn't think DePaul would be serious enough. It wouldn't indicate seriousness to me unless we could connect at that level. And so